What time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, what time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, what time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, he's back from the dead.
Your
Putting it
show.
on the map, yeah. Saskatoon, right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah.
Your show.
What time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah.
Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, Von Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, move on to treat, yeah. Keep listening.
It gets better every time. It's like the B sharps out here. Holy cow, when's it gonna stop being so funny? Welcome to your show, the Friday edition. I am your host, Gary, and I have a very special friend with me. He's world famous. You know him from the CCO, aka the Commander Cookout Podcast. His name is Brando. Did you hear the intro in there?
Yeah, that was great. I was doing the beat thing.
Yeah.
That's what all the young kids are doing now. Right? This move here.
The reason I ask if you heard it is because I believe that your earpiece is upside down.
What?
I've never seen
No, you're
any...
supposed to put it in like this, like right? That's how a headphone works, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to loop around the top of your ear.
Oh, well.
You might be onto something though, because I'm always picking at mine, man. It's being finicky, so maybe I have to do it your way.
Maybe I got it right. and
Did
you're
you just
doing it
teach
wrong.
me something within like the first 10 seconds?
I hope so. That'd
Always learn.
that would make the show
so
very
much.
educational.
Huh. And that's what we're going for. Educate yourself right here. He is also Brando from the CCO box openings. Now, I was a late bloomer. I've seen a couple of those box openings, and they were, really, really good. I loved how you just pull out like the biggest weapons, like samurai swords, and just chop them open, and you do your classic Brando stuff. But the latest one that you did, I posted it on... I joked, I said I posted it twice because I liked it so much, and also because I'm really bad at socials. So I did that, and I was so proud that I posted it twice because it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. He did a cowboy impression, and then he did a John Wayne impression, and it just got better from there.
Oh, I'm really happy you enjoyed it. I really wanted to open the packaging with a gun, but living in Canada, you can't do those kinds of frivolous gun-related activities, so I had to settle for a meat cleaver, which I'm not particularly upset about, honestly.
I wanted to ask you, where did you get that meat cleaver?
True story.
Legit question.
I don't know. It was in my kitchen box, like my drawer, with all my other utensils when I moved in. I was looking for something sharp, and there was a meat cleaver and one of those electric forks with a thermometer in it.
Of course, yeah.
And this kind of weird plastic pot holder apparatus that I've never, ever in my life seen before that were in my drawer. So that they were in when I moved in.
Gun license, you guys should totally get
Or-
on to open a box.
Or somebody...
Did you hear that?
I did. That was producer Ryan saying we should
Producer
open a box
Ryan.
here.
With a gun. Get a gun license first. Could you imagine the
My
cops...
dad has one. He has a handgun license.
There he
Use
is.
it.
See? He
No,
wants
wait.
to use it.
No, you hang on. I know lots about this stuff. I'm very
Hey, don't
sitting
make it
in this
political.
chair now.
No politics, no religion ever here. Nothing but positive talk.
No, I'm just saying if you have a gun, you got to be real responsible with that stuff because it's a privilege to have one if that's your gimmick.
Yes.
And you shouldn't just be blasting them all over. Okay, this isn't like I don't want to say where it's not like because that would be political, but
We don't do that.
it's not here. We're not going to do it here.
So one day maybe we'll try that out because eventually you're going to reach that point where it's either like a crossbow or something wild. Like maybe, you know what? Again, who am I to suggest? But I would love to see as a fan, you do like the next 4 in Ninja Turtle outfits and use all like the sai, the katana, the nunchaka, and the bow staff.
I have. Well, I mean, sticks are easy to find.
Yeah, that's true.
They grow out of the ground.
Yeah.
And nunchucks are just 2 sticks held together either with a chain or string.
Making weapons with Brando.
Yeah. What is a sai if not just a fork with one of the middle tines removed?
This looks like a bad time eating to me.
And I mean, swords. Like we all have small swords that we use all the time for general eating stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we could do that. We could make.
I thought that was a dirty joke for a second, but you were just talking about cutlery.
Yeah.
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 I
What were you
thought we were
talking
going
about?
downstairs.
Yeah, if I was going to make a dirty joke, I would have said something like the steak knife, because then you know that I'm referring to meat and stabbing with meat.
Boys, how's the Mega Cam looking right now? You want to hit up the Mega Cam? It's Friday.
It's been a long week. It's been a long week. Okay.
Oh
Like,
man, anyone?
No.
Maggie Cam? Maggie Cam? Yeah.
Is she doing something? There
I forgot that producer Ryan is training right now with LB.
Yes.
A little slow on that one there, producer Ryan. I'm just saying this to producer Ryan, never to network Ryan, who is my boss and program director. Okay, well, then I'm even more disappointed in you. Maggie Cam, proudly brought to you by our good friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, Mike and Rochelle. I was talking to them earlier this week, and this is the belle of the ball, man. This is the star of the show, ain't she? Like this right here. This is what people come to see. It's just this beautiful, majestic steed slowly dreaming about supper time in about 48 minutes.
When you say steed,
Yes. Like
is
a
that to
horse.
imply that you ride her in between the studio and your house?
How do you think she lost her leg, bro?
That
I got
makes
too
perfect
heavy.
sense,
I
actually.
used to be like 283. She couldn't handle the heat.
Speaking of Pet Planet, actually,
Yes.
I went by there the other day and bought some food additive dust to put on my dog, Big Ursa's food,
Big Ursa.
because she gets spring allergies and it makes her number 2s a little runny. And so that they stop winning at the Olympics, I want to stop those up, make them rock hard. And so they sold me some dust that magically does that. I don't know what's in it. I don't care. But I did get it at Pet
Do
Planet.
you remember when you got me on the dust for Maggie?
I sure do.
You've been pushing that digestional dust for a while. ForaFlora, I think it's called.
It's
Something
great
like that.
stuff.
Yeah,
It's great
it's
stuff.
fantastic. And I'm so happy you went to one of our sponsors. That was so kind of you. If you want to sponsor the show as well, have incredible customers like Brando and I come into your store and partake of whatever you're selling, just hit us up at dufferinave.com. We have all sorts of clicks there. If you want to endorse, you want to advertise, you want to create, you want to give a try at this, you want to try to frame it, it's really hard to do. Yeah, see? It hurts the brain, hey?
I missed it, yeah.
You could like pizza serve it. Here, have some Dufferin Avenue.
Oh, we could point at it? Wait.
Oh, and one mixed. Oh, we could unbox it. Oh, yeah.
there it is.
Too sweet. Hit it.
Giraffe
that's
kiss,
nice.
baby. That's how we do things around here.
All right, now watch this. You want to talk about, what's those called? Those things that,
Transitions.
yeah, well, sort of, I guess. Wrestling.
What?
Wrestling.
Oh, man.
We had a monumental moment in the wrestling world. I didn't even know about this. There's a lot of really loud critics out there, if you can believe it or not. Especially when it comes to wrestling.
On the internet?
Never.
Critics of things on the internet?
Not
No
those
chance.
guys.
Come
no.
on.
Jim Cornette being one of them. And I feel so bad because every time I say the name Jim Cornette, all I can picture is him hanging off a scaffolding and be like, "Get to your spot!" and then falling and breaking his kneecaps in such a cartoon way. And you can Google that, you'll find it, and it's really something else. But yeah, Jim Cornette and some other guys. Tell us what's going on in the wrestling world right now.
It's so it's insane because Jim Cornette, one of the loudest critics of all things wrestling,
Hates everything.
you got Vince Russo. He's an idiot, but he still talks about
worst.
wrestling.
Yeah.
You got Eric Bischoff. He was part of wrestling for a while. He seems like a smart man, but also kind of a boob. And Dave Meltzer, who lost it a long time ago. Four very, very, very prominent wrestling critics, all agreeing with each other, I think for the first time ever in history, about how dumb it was for AEW to show the footage of CM Punk, air quotes, whooping Jungle Boy's ass.
Come on.
Like and to actually watch it, the fight didn't happen.
It wasn't even a fight.
Like none of the inflated stories from before happened, and even if they did, it doesn't help you. Is it giving
any way.
free airtime to somebody that has nothing to do with you? He has so little to do with you. You can't even say his name on TV, and you're putting him on TV for free.
And he's at the other company.
Yeah.
He was just at Mania.
Yeah. He just finished doing some of
Yeah.
the biggest business in wrestling history,
Yeah.
and you're going to give him more airtime for free?
Crazy
It makes you
stuff.
look this big.
What a
And
world.
if you're listening to the audio version, which is available, places that you get your audio podcasts on.
And sometimes, the more you look at it, the easier it is to find, is what I'm learning. So, like the Spotify's and the audio places.
Yep. And if you're having trouble finding it, get your friends to listen, and then it'll be easier to find for everybody else.
Climb
Okay?
up,
It's teamwork, is what it is. Teamwork makes the dream work, just like here at the Dufferin Ave Media Network.
You want to see me take this to an even crazier level right now?
Do it.
There we go.
Bet you can't.
Jungle Jack Perry did one incredible thing. Bring back the song by Baltimore, Jungle Boy, I believe.
I love
love that song so much.
Fun fact about me, it's my favorite part of Ninja Turtles 3.
Obviously, the only good part, probably.
Oh, whoa. Man, I love that. Man, now I'm in.
You got it.
I want to watch 4 samurai guys in hockey jerseys fight each other. That's what I want.
That's not too much to ask. And that guy is also Dylan from 90210's son.
Oh, yeah. I always forget that.
Dylan.
Oh.
What's his name? Luke Perry.
Yep.
Luke Perry's son, Jungle Jack Perry, did all of this. He was like I guess CM Punk was the...
Yeah, CM Punk kind of did all of it.
But-
Don't want to give him too much
Anyways,
credit.
now I believe this is called Way Too Inzy for everyone, so we'll move on. But it's just really interesting to me that everyone's coming together for a common goal of being like, man, how dumb's AEW?
Yeah, like all these people who hate each other, who are on the record as saying things
their common ground.
things akin to, I will live long enough to pee on his grave.
Legit.
That's my life goal, is I want to be alive longer than this person so I can piss on their grave. Like that's
hard, man.
they
That's
do
hard
not
stuff.
like each other, and to hear them agree is unthinkable. And it happened. And it's true. And it's true of anything that happens in life or business. Like, never make yourself look so small because of what somebody else is doing. You can do it in your life. You can do it here. It's so ridiculous.
Dude, we're in the business of bringing people up, right?
Yeah.
Putting others first before ourselves, making the world a better place. Karma being so real. We have all that going on, and they're going to go out and do this.
Yeah, and they're just going to go out and just... What was the expression? Shit in your own bed and then fall in it.
Sounds fun.
And then lay back in it. It's like, why would you do that? It's
take a bath in there.
Yeah, you could have just not, but instead you did it.
Yeah, trust in yourself, I think is what we're learning. Just believe in yourself. That's one of the messages. So, video games are a thing that you and I share, not just wrestling. We love video games.
It is the truth.
Yeah, so much so that producer Ryan, I love how he's producer today. Hey, LB, feel free to slap him around in there a little bit if he acts up, all right? Give him an old 1-2.
It's kind of fun being
it's
his
already been
boss for a
happening.
change.
He's already whooping him. Throw a stunner on him real quick. Network Ryan wanted us to promote a little thing we have that we're going to start hopefully this weekend. A little video game themed show that we're going to start.
Yeah, Brando and Ryan play retro games. There's not a title yet, but you can look forward to it right here on the Damn Media Network. We're going to check out some classic video games from like back before we were even ideas.
We're going to bring in an expert who has actual hard copies of these systems that we're going to try.
Check out some hard
Is that
hard
the right
copies
one?
of really neat stuff. We're gonna just look at where gaming started, where it's gone, where it's been, where
We're
it's
going to rage.
going in
There's
the
going to be
future.
a lot of rage.
And then we're going to try it as semi-modern gamers to see how the regular person stands up to games like, I don't know, I assume Asteroid Crunch is probably a game from back then, and it's one
E.T.?
screen, right?
I hear that ET game for the Atari was pretty good.
I heard it did fantastic things for the video game industry, and I can't wait to check that out.
I heard it did fantastic things for filling holes in Mexico. Sorry, we're way too hot right now. But this is a thing
Spoiler.
we've been wanting to do, and we're finally sort of figuring out. Now, I just want to a little taste of Gary and Brando. This is what it will be. Mega Man. Don't Google it. Yeah, absolutely don't Google it. No. So Mega Man, I was talking to you earlier, and it's just our knowledge of these games. Like we have our, I'm more of a sports gaming guy. You're on the other side, but we're also in the middle, and we're all over it.
Jump and shoot. That's what I like to do.
There it is. Mash those buttons. So on this show, we're going to be looking at things like that and talking about all that stuff, but as well playing these games that we like and talking about stuff like Mega Man, because I watch speedruns all the time. We love Twitch. We watch Twitch. We're going to chase the world records on our Twitch channel, which will be up after we get a bunch of money to get it operating. And when that happens, look out, baby. There it is. That's the one.
Oh, there.
You can go there. There's nothing there, but you can go there.
You could pre-subscribe. You can be prepared for when it does happen.
Whoa. Prep?
Yeah, you could see
Prep?
people. You could see people
Never done
doing
that
great
before.
stuff, or people not doing great stuff, like us.
Yeah.
We do
Fun is had.
We have a friend here who's real good at Battletoads, and we're going to
Yes,
prove that it's
big boy.
not a fluke.
Hold on, wait for it. We're gonna see it. Oh, Nickel Plumbing. I know those guys. Just kidding. I was there printing off some stuff today. Shout out to Kim and Jeff and the gang over at Nickel Plumbing and Heating. Hit up the phone number. You'll see a Denab. There's my brother-in-law. This is fun. Should we just sit here and read the logos? Aquaman Limited. Again, no tridents actually used by my brother-in-law. He said one day he might explain to us what he does. I thought you just stood there with a trident and said, "Water move."
So you mean to tell me if I show up to his business,
Yes.
Black Manta will not shoot eye lasers at me?
No.
Oh.
You may end up with like a good deal on some water.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's good too.
Right?
I like that as well.
Deneb Finishing Carpentry. all of the Galaxy of Deneb from the song Cygnus X1, big Rush fan. That man right there, that man and his brother Wesley, shout out to Wesley, I love you, built this whole thing. This is the house that Deneb built. And he is also the Battle Toad Destroyer. Well, I guess it wouldn't be Battle, it'd be the Dark Queen Destroyer.
Oh, yeah, man. Don't Google that for sure. Oh,
Moving
man.
right along. Mega Man 2, I was watching a speed run, and I had no idea about the glitches. And I was watching it with Big Boy from Deneb, and he was telling me about a couple of them, but he had no idea. The entire game is just glitched out. It's like half of that speed run, if you go any percent, it's like glitch, glitch, glitch. And we were talking about how there's one actual level where all you do is just glitch up to the top and run straight across on the roof of the level.
Yeah, Flash Man. It's wild how games previously to now, like now games they get released and they're not finished, and we know that because they can have a release day patch that's the size of the game that will fix all the stuff that was messed up that they learned about while the games were on the truck.
And it's really annoying when you have to update when you want to play, and it's 20 minutes worth of updating just to fix a tiny little glitch.
Precisely, but now or back then they couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So I figured they did the best they could, and they probably thought, well, these 7 and 8 year old kids that are going to buy these games, they're not going to notice this because they're not going to spend all their time jumping into this wall a certain way to see if it teleports them instantly to the boss.
What's it called? Clipping? Is it clipping?
Yeah, you clip through a structure and end up where you're not supposed to be or whatever. And some of those things were there on purpose so that testers and developers could... That's what cheat codes are.
Yeah.
It's like you wanted to test out the 10th level on like the near finished product. You can't just start from level 1 and play all the way through. So you have a cheat code so you can skip, right? And they left all that stuff in assuming that little kids wouldn't figure it out. But now all those little kids are 35-year-old men that have beards and play lots of video games. And so now we're trying to do shows about them, and we've found all these things. It's broken,
really
and
cool.
people know all
It's
these
really
people
cool.
who developed the games. They probably feel shame.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, that game wasn't finished at all, and now everybody knows.
They
and
were
we all
supposed to
look
show
like
that.
chumps.
Yeah.
They're just supposed to marvel at the sweet soundtrack and think how
Which is
awesome it is that
so
you can throw
sweet.
bombs, boomerangs, and saws at people, right?
Absolutely. What's that, boys? Okay, yes, great shame. Producer Ryan likes to watch us squirm because we're old and we love video games.
We don't have shame. It's the people that made the games that should
Yeah,
feel
that's a good
ashamed.
point, too.
We're
We're aiming
on
the
to
shame
you.
realm.
Like all these scumbags that thought like, oh yeah, we can just crank out Mega Man 1 through 14 and it's not going to be a big deal if we don't finish them all the way. Well, we're on to you now. Now we know.
You want to know how much this guy loves Mega Man? Give me your top 5 Mega Man bosses. Rate
Top
them.
5 Mega Man bosses right now. Okay, I like Metal Man because his stage is the best. I like Toad Man because he's funny as hell and he does a little funny dance where he puts his
he's
hands
really
on his
cute.
head. You can't really see me doing the dance on
He
the
almost
thing.
got it. Looks like I'm making a heart.
I like Dive Man because he tries to smash you with his head more often than he tries to shoot you with missiles. And stage music is awesome. I'm going to go to Mega Man X. I like Burning Stag, again, because you outrun a volcano in his level. Oh, man. And then he tries to like Kung Fu Ken super punch you Street Fighter style.
Classic.
That's 4. And the last one is Gemini Man because you
Yeah.
kill him with a snake.
And guess where you get the snake from?
Snake Man?
I think that's why we love Mega Man so much too, is because it's so simple. Like the concept is so easy. It's like this guy has a name and that's what he does.
It's like, what does this even do? Well, snake. Well, some of them weren't as obvious.
Well,
like
what they did, but it was always sort of within the realm, no?
How many fire guys were there?
Yeah, I
and
just
how
made
long
that
did
comment
they?
the other day. Heat Man, Fire Man, like Warm Man, sort of Hot Man.
Toasty Man,
That's the
Burn
one.
Man. Like,
Yeah.
has there been a fireman?
The original one. Yeah, there was Fireman, Iceman.
Was it? What?
Gutsman, Cutman.
Okay.
Elec Man, and there's 6 of them.
Time Man and Oil
Bomb
Man.
Man. Bomb Man?
Bomb Man, Blast Man,
Yeah.
Mohawk guy, Mohawk Man.
There you go. Either
That's
way,
his name. He had a mohawk.
That is
Threw bombs at you. fat
very
son of
good
a-
stuff. So we're going to be talking a lot more like that if you enjoy that. Get signed up over on our Twitch channel with nothing on it yet, as it will be coming soon.
We'll have games and experts and,
Yeah.
and stuff to come along. If you like history of games or any of the kind of technological stuff, we have people who know way more about that than us. And us as just regular dudes, we're going to learn a lot of it along with you, and then we'll try and put it into practice. And I'm not going to say for sure we're going to fail,
Oh, we're going to fail.
but the odds are we're not going to do well.
it's
And
going to
that's-
be like me in high school all over again, buddy.
I was on the 5-year plan too. It's fine.
Well, see, that's the worst part is I graduated with like 3 extra credits, but I failed my like biology 20. I failed math A30 2 times at Bowman with the same teacher, Miss Roberts, and then one more time with Mr. Catrue at Nutana. Oh, man. And the worst part of that was the tests were exactly the same. If I would have just kept my tests, I could have even figured it out. Like, and not just at Bowman. It was the exact same test at Nutana. And I was too busy playing NHL, like, whatever it was, 2000 with my boys at Scotty's house instead of studying. And math never made sense to me and never will, so I don't really care. But sometimes it's nice to be able to add.
Man, back in those days, like NHL 99, 2000 stuff, the old PlayStation 1.
Yes.
Man, you probably could have studied for your whole math test during the loading screen waiting for the game to start. Right?
Gamer humor! Such a long load screen! And
Do kids even know what a loading screen is anymore? I sound like such an old man when I say that, but like, do
Old
people
guys.
even understand how
yes,
bad
we
it
do.
was?
Yeah, LB says they do.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I guess you guys are over
you
the
ever
mic.
played
I have to remember. you
Cyberpunk?
guys. There we go. Oh, but that was glitched from the start. That was Keanu Reeves, hey?
Oh, yeah, but
Yeah, that thing was glitched right off the bat. Didn't they have like a huge uproar about that release?
Yeah, Cyberpunk was almost as universally loathed on release as No Man's Sky was, if you remember that. Although I was one of the very few people that stuck with it in the bare bones, and I was rewarded. I think that it's Hello Games did that one. And I think that if you are a fan of space or exploring or just like playing something super chill, and I think this isn't mentioned enough about anything, if you want to see something that no other human being has ever seen in a video game, pick up No Man's Sky and play it, man. Because like,
It is really cool, man.
It's
really good.
Yeah,
Really
it's like huge. It's basically like flying through the galaxy of Deneb, and you're just like stopping different planets and doing cool stuff.
It's eight. I figured the number out. It's 18, like 1-8, with 18 zeros after it, and that's how many different planets are in it. They did a thing where like you could, as a human person, you could visit one planet per minute for the rest of your life, and still not see the whole game.
Like Borderlands with guns.
Exactly. Like you
1.6 billion.
There's so many. 1.6 billion's got nothing on this.
Like I said, 18.
Yeah.
What did you
It's
see?
quin-
Math.
quinti-
Math. See, we need math.
Yeah, it's like a quintillion or something. Like it's a huge.
one of those
It's a number that sounds made up.
Fake number.
Right?
Yeah,
and it's
fake
just something
news.
that's just really cool. So if you have a chance and you in Inkling to just see a thing that nobody's seen before, which is hard these days in a
Yes,
game
it really
or in real
is.
life, you can do it. And with
You're literally like I just thought of this. You're exploring.
Yeah.
You're literally exploring. They don't even know what's there.
you're exploring the galaxy, yeah, because it's all kind of randomly generated, and they just well here, do it, and it's pretty cool, man. I like it a lot.
Quick math conversion. How many parsecs do you think does that? How many Kessel runs would that be?
946,000.
Nailed it. So you can do space math.
Oh yeah, space math is easy. What a 97% chance.
Brando is hanging out with us right now on your show live every day here from 4 to 5 p.m. If you create content like Brando with the CCO podcast or with the CCO box opening with Brando, howdy, partner. Feel free to go to dufferinave.com and hit join us, the create with us, as we are looking for many people more than just the ones here to help spread the good word about making the world a better place, realizing karma is very, very real, and knowing that if you do good things will happen to you. If you're a part of that, like our man Tim Nutt yesterday, who was just incredible, I had to show at the Capitol last night. I didn't have to say a word. Like after he was done talking, I was like, dude, you are just like, you just said everything I say here every day. He was just so positive and all about pushing all the good stuff that we're about. It's like, oh, I love stuff like that. So head there and join up. I have another one for you. You ready?
Oh, sure, yeah, hit me. Oh, maybe with these I want cards. Can I have some cards? Can I have one? Thank you.
I got my life story on there, so be careful.
I won't spoil it.
Show him. You can show him.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to spoil
Okay.
it. I'm not spoiling it for the...
What, you don't think they want to see that wiener I drew on there?
Yeah, you listen, if you want to see the dick that Gary wrote on this piece of paper, you need to show up at least Monday. Okay? That's how you get people coming back, Gary.
I love you, buddy. You're so good at this. So I was, again, as I'm transitioning into social media person, again, I'll never be a social media person. That's why we have Wendy Brooks Media, best social media person in the galaxy.
At least.
all 18 trillion bazillion planets in there or whatever it is. She can work for all of them. So if you're in the galaxy over there, she'll hook you up. Social media is just, it's like, ugh. And I said when we started this thing, I never, ever want to tell anyone to do anything. And the reason is I hate when people tell me to do stuff. And I've noticed it more and more lately, that people are just getting lazy with it. Like some people understand you have to do it. They say you have to do it and this and that. So you come up with a unique, fun way that makes it different, that doesn't make it so intrusive, because no one likes to be told what to do. And I'm realizing that as much as I hate that, like I hate being told what to do, so much so that we built this place.
Yep.
Because now no one tells us what to do. We just do what we want. Yep. What's that self? I do what I want.
I do what I want.
That's good. People telling you to like stuff, like right off the bat. Hey, go like this. When people do it like that, go like this.
No.
Or you should go like this. That is another thing that just doesn't rub me the right way. Like you should, when people say you should.
Yeah,
you
no,
know, it's
yeah.
like, no, don't say you should. Can you? May you? Hey, could you?
Would you?
Never you should. Yeah. So that's just a couple of things that bug me. But I want to know your little tips of the trade to, I guess, guide your way through the social media world, because you are so incredibly good at it on the CCO podcast right there with the boys. You and producer, that lowly producer Ryan, and then that real jabroni.
Yeah, that
you guys are
scumbag Ryan.
so incredibly good at this stuff. So you have any tips for a guy like me that needs to do it because these guys are telling me?
I think the key, at least for me, and I'm going to get Ryan screaming in my ear, even though he is totally my subordinate at this moment and he can't tell me anything.
I love that.
I think that for me, the main thing you want to do is have a mission statement that's something that people should get behind, like you do.
Okay.
And just live it, man. Like, don't go out there and be like this, like that. It sounds fake.
Yeah.
It comes off
That's
as
what
fake
bugs me, I think, so much. Is that
immediately.
it's so forced.
But if you just come out there and just be legit and be something that people want to get behind, be someone that people want to believe in, people are going to do it. And if you have something that people can believe in and get behind, then people are going to get behind it.
Yes.
And don't take it personally if people don't right away, because nobody gets off the ground and flies to the sun immediately, nor should you, because you have to take the time to grind out all that solar shielding that you need to get close to the sun and not die.
It's just facts.
Right? That's just science.
Yep.
So much like in science, social media is it's a minefield where everybody kind of, I hate to say this, but everybody kind of sucks on social media. It brings out the best and the worst in people. Yeah. And you can't be discouraged when people show you their worst.
Yes.
Because even the worst people can have a good day, and on that good day, they're going to hit the follow button. And then everybody wins.
That's it.
Be the change you want to see.
Be the change you want to see.
That's beautiful.
That's such a cliche, producer. Come on.
I was hoping that we could just get that little animation that you guys use it just shows the button clicking the stuff that says the stuff to do. Oh. So you don't even acknowledge it. It just comes along the bottom of the screen like this. It'll be like, it'll just pop up. So it'll be boop, and then it'll have a little thing go, the little mouse saying click, click, click. And it tells you what to do. And then you don't have to acknowledge it.
Oh, yeah, like, subscribe, and then the little bell icon. But
yeah.
But if you want to do that, it does help out. It is a big deal. It's a free way to help out something that's local and something that I think anybody who's watching this right now should get behind, because it is something that's unique and different, and you're not going to see too many things like it. And so if you want to see things like this continue, you got to have the first one do well, and we're it. So it does help.
You're such a sweetheart. Oh, when I'm hearing these guys, when I'm hearing them yelling, oh no, in there, I get worried. Is everything okay, fellas? Is everyone alive in there? You're good?
Did I say something bad?
Oh boy, no.
I'm canceled.
No, you're not. Never.
Oh, man.
No, and you know why you never are? Because you're always welcome here.
Aww.
And you're one of the greatest performers I've ever met, because you don't perform ever. You're just you're like me, man. That's how we bonded. Is because we're both like we don't got time. Ain't nobody got time for all that baloney stuff. We're just real. And if you can just be real and you can make it as natural and easy as this is, then you already got something great, and then people can just build off of that.
Let's be sappy for a second. The only thing I ever wanted to be in my life was me. And being here gives me a chance to do that. And that's really cool. So yeah, that's like the extent of that. There's a period at the end of that sentence. That's the whole paragraph. But I don't know, like I don't want to go too deep into it. No. It's just I don't want to make it all about me. But it's an opportunity to do that kind of thing. And I think that everybody who's watching or listening or will ever come across this, I think should know that there are places out there that are for you. And this is one of them. And if you have ideas or you have something you'd like to do or you have something you want to advertise or pitch, here's a good place to do it. You can get in touch with, and it sounds like a sales pitch now, but it's not. Like, just get in touch with us. And we want you to be as happy as we are making whatever you're making, doing whatever you're doing, because that's why we're here, is to make the world a better place through you making the world a better place.
Man.
And that's pretty cool. Ryan just wants us to keep going.
Turn his mic off. Don't give that guy a mic. Jeez. Speaking of that guy, what's coming up on the next CCO party that we're going to throw? You got any promos out here?
Sure. So last week we had the release of the long-awaited cowboy set, Thunder Junction. Again, if you want to get a full hit of that, you can check out the Brando's box opening on the Commander Cookout YouTube
Hold on,
channel.
can you do the rest of this in your cowboy impression?
If y'all want to check that out on the Commander Cookout YouTube channel, you can head on over there. You can check out the BBO on the CCO YTC. And if y'all come by next week on Tuesday, you're going to check out us doing an Obeka Splitter of Seconds video where we talk about a deck that's going to abuse the upkeep step in a way that's going to blow your teeny little mind. Yuck. Right.
John Wayne me?
You want me to John Wayne you now? I only know how to do so many impressions, but this here's one of them, and I'm convinced that it's pretty good. Even though I wasn't really alive when John Wayne was making movies, Pilgrim. But I do my best. How's that?
You know, there was one of the very earliest to ever start rapping, a rapper named the Rappin' Duke.
Wow.
And that was his gimmick, was he would rap like John Wayne. Not even joking. He's like, they call me the Rappin' Duke. And that was his thing, and it was so cool. You just reminded me of him, man. So
I want that in my life
again.
so bad.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff.
Oh, man. What's your favorite John Wayne movie?
Oh, man. I don't think I can name it John Wayne. Oh, no. No, I was thinking of Paul Newman.
Even if you can describe one. Like, I don't know the name of it, but my favorite John Wayne movie is the one where he plays Genghis Khan. And the reason I like...
very Western-y.
Well, the reason I like that one so much is because, like, A, like, what the hell were they doing? But two... They filmed on like a radioactive waste disposal site, so half the people involved with the site with the filming got sick. Oh, what a pain!
How long ago was that? Like, was this easily preventable, or was this we just didn't know?
It was back in the day when they just didn't care.
Okay,
it's
so
like
they knew, but they didn't care.
Whatever. It's cheap. Look how cheap it is. But boss, there's a bunch of radioactive waste in the dirt. Yeah, but look how cheap it is.
The dirt's green, and the animals have 5 eyeballs.
Yeah, boss, the cameraman's glowing in the dark. But look how cheap it is.
That's what we're trying to change, by the way. Money is not important. Time is the new money, and we only have so much of said time. So use it as wisely as you can. And I found for us around here, the best way to use that time is to hang out with friends and promote a very good cause in changing the world for the better. And again, stop caring about yourself. Care about others first. And then you'll notice that when you start caring about others, you don't have to care about yourself because they're already caring about you. And that's just a big care circle. Like this. Synchronicity. I'm all about synchronicity in the universe right now. I'm really into this, like, spiritual stuff.
Cool.
And the more you look into it, the more you make sense with like whole numbers and like how nothing's random and how the universe like flows through you, sort of like midichlorians in the Star Wars universe. It's like everywhere all at once, like the Force.
Well, I thought you were talking about everything, everywhere, all at once.
That's a movie I heard.
That movie's awesome.
That's what people say. Doesn't it have Data in it and Short Round?
Yes.
Didn't he get like one of those Oscar the Grouches or something for it?
I think so.
So one of those things.
If you haven't seen it, you should watch it, man. It's really good. There's a part where there are rocks.
Man, I have so many movies.
And there's kung fu fighting.
They're rocks?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that sold a bunch of people right there. Like, it sounds like, but this movie won Oscars.
Yeah, why don't
it won
they
all these
start
awards?
with that? Yeah.
But there's a scene where they're rocks? What?
Okay.
You mean this is actually an entertaining
Now,
movie and not just a bunch of snooze?
Now, when we say kung fu, are we talking like Big Trouble Little China kung fu? Or are we talking like, Bruce Lee back in the day kung fu? How kung fu-y are we going?
Yes.
Perfect. Just the right amount.
It's
I
got
love
the whole,
that.
it's got both. It's a very good show.
Dude, I wish you could stay forever. I just want to do the entire thing with you. You want to hang out? Like, we're going to run a pre-tape here. Again, this turned sort of into a video game Friday show, which is something we used to do.
Yeah, run your pre-tape, man. I'll be back.
You're not with me. That's perfect, because I want to get to this guy, because he's so dang cool.
You're not getting rid of me.
I'm pretty sure I introduced him before the start of the video. Are we ready to run that pre-tape there, fellas? All right, let's go ahead and do that right now.
Awesome.
Coming down in 3, 2, and 1. Well, it is Friday, and this is a bit from the past if you want to, Marty and dock it and go back a little bit. And because this man is here, Mr. CTV himself, Matt Young in the house. How you doing, buddy?
Man, good to see you. Good to be here.
Man.
Happy it's Friday. We're going to chat some video games and talk all kinds of fun stuff. It's going to be awesome.
And this is why I love this project so much that we're doing here. Is because I've been watching you, and I know you're a gamer guy. I know you got the game stuff going on. You're doing like the Let's Play stuff in the morning.
Exactly.
And you walked in, I was showing you my NES Open round. I went eagle, par, hole in one.
He got a hole in one on NES Open. That's crazy. I've never done that. I don't think I've ever gotten a hole in one on a golf game at all, let alone
tough.
that. So
I think I've probably played
that's
over
wild.
like maybe 5,000 rounds.
And you know what's
life.
nice about that game? A was to shoot.
Yes.
That was it. I mean, these games now, a PlayStation 5, it feels like you're at NASA trying to control a rocket ship. All I want to do is pass the puck and shoot the ball, right? So
See, we come from that age, right, where
Exactly.
it was so easy. And
There you go.
I love that you're here because not only do I want to talk about the old games that we love so much, but this little side project you got. Like, I've been watching you from afar, and I'm not stalking you or anything, but I just enjoy
it's all
every
good. It's
stuff
all
you're
good.
putting out there.
Yep.
Your socials, just, what is it, Matt Young?
I'm Matt
CTV?
Young, CTV Twitter. Lots of gaming stuff on there, and you're going to see lots of cool Saskatoon stuff, I think. Yeah.
See, and you're all about this type of thing. And I love being able just to reach out. Like, it was just a little message on Twitter, and you're like, yeah, man, of course. And I was asking you about your Blades
absolutely.
mod
Yeah.
that you do. So maybe tell us a little bit about, this side thing that you're doing, modding these old games into like the overtime goal with the Blades and stuff like that. And you got the CFL stuff going in the Tecmo board.
Yeah, we got Rough Riders, and the nice thing is I can put anybody in those games. I can put you in those games and make you score a touchdown or make your name came up.
That's the
and
dream.
it's really fun because, when I was growing up, I grew up here in Saskatchewan and you play video games. And of course, Saskatchewan doesn't have an NHL team. And of course, there aren't any CFL video games out there, at least there weren't. So I always hoped one day there would be a way to put in Blades of Steel or NHL 94 or
Blades of
Tecmo
Steel,
Bowl
yes.
and be the Riders or be the Saskatoon Blades. And so I actually went online and I started getting involved in a kind of a modding community and started talking to some guys and I had a teeny weensy little bit of computer programming background from high school, which is basically it. But what I learned was that, you don't need to learn a whole lot to mod a lot of these older games. The code isn't that complicated. A little hex editing, a little reading on your own, and soon you're able to do color, you're able to do letters, you're able to do graphics, and lo and behold, we can have Les Lazaruk calling a Saskatoon Blades overtime goal in Blades of Steel. Isn't that wild?
It's the
crazy.
dream, man. And it's such a good example of how we're on the same page because this whole thing got started by us just saying, we want to do this. We just want to have a show that is all about being positive, all about making the world a better place and just doing good things. So we just set out and started doing it. And then it's a lot of work, but once you get there, it's so worth it. And you're doing the exact same thing with this little dream you got. And it's so cool to see stuff like that because I've always wondered, you see it around like the internets and stuff where everyone, they mod this, they mod that, but that's all like anything outside of local in Saskatoon feels like it's so far away you can never touch it. And all of a sudden I find out a guy's doing it right here.
Well, and that's the nice thing is that what I've begun to learn is there's actually a nice little video game community right here in the city. And there's guys here who have produced great games that have gone on to win awards. Yeah. And as far as the modding goes, the reason why I like to do it really is because one, I love Saskatchewan, I love Saskatoon, but two, it's a great way to lift other people up. I mean, you know what? It's great because I think, a guy like Les Lazaruk or Darren DuPont or anybody out there that's in sports broadcasting, at some point we've all dreamed that we could be in a video game.
That was it.
I mean, there's a lot of people who want to be in movies. A lot of people want to be in video games. So I think when you can see your name or your voice and you can attach that to your childhood and say, you know what? Wow, that's me at 12 years old and I'm in the game. It gets your heart going and it gets you excited.
Really does.
And I think it's fun. And that's really the goal is I hope that people look at that and say, wow, that I can score a touchdown too in Tecmo Bowl because that's what I dreamed of doing my whole life.
And you made it happen, dude. And that's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. I'm so proud of you for doing that. And I just wanted to bring you by because I could tell right away you're the type of person that belongs in an environment like this. Like I've always wanted to do the modding stuff. And I even want to sort of implement it into our advertising here on the network, as in maybe there's someone out there that has some sort of product that involves like a paper. Then we'd have a mod of the Paperboy bike coming out and throwing a paper up on screen, and that would be your little advertisement.
You can do all kinds of things with it. Video games are a great way to communicate because people, one, they bring people back to their childhood, and everybody loves feeling good about their childhood. Everybody loves seeing that old movie or that old video game or bringing out that old controller. And when you can take that as a brand and put it out there and mold it and shape it, the possibilities are endless, and you're starting to see, you know, sports teams now, they have gaming nights.
Yes, it's a theme.
Video games used to be in the 90s, it was like, well, that's kid stuff, but you know, they have video game nights, and there's businesses that do retro nights and they got video games. So you're absolutely right, there's all kinds of possibilities, and this is just the start. You can put logos, you can put names on there, and I think once people start doing it, they go, wow, this is really fun. And it gets, in a way, it gets a little addicting. You post it on social media and people are like, yeah, that's what it is. So I mean, you know what? Hey, maybe we can put, you know, a Saskatoon golf course into NES Open, right? Maybe we can have the Paperboy be you. You know, we can get the long hair and we can do the little hat and here's a little, you know. Of course, you never hit a window with a paper there.
No, never in my life. I was always too lazy to do a paper route.
Oh, you know what I did? You know what? I actually did a little bit in my later years when I was trying to, you know, pay off school and stuff like that. I didn't mind it, but I never had a paper route when I was young. And I don't, but I remember playing Paperboy. And it was a classic game, and I got really good at it. My parents thought it was a good game.
This whole set, this is a Paperboy themed set. We got the fence from Paperboy, the planter, the mailbox, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, you know, I feel like I'm right here. I could toss a paper right now.
Look out for the Grim Reaper and the cars and the dogs and the angry neighbors and all like.
We don't have to deal with that. Nice cozy studio in here.
But that's a very good thing. So I just wanted to touch base with you, and I feel like you might want to come back here again sometime soon.
Oh, you know what? I think absolutely. And I encourage anybody out there, if you like older video games and you like, you know, you're into the Super Nintendo and you're into the Nintendo and you want to see some of this stuff, you know what? If you want to see your name come up in Tecmo Bowl, I'll put it in there. But if you want to learn, it doesn't take a whole lot. It takes a bit of reading. It takes a bit of time. I'm not going to say it's easy.
It takes a lot of brain. It does take a lot of brain.
It absolutely does. But you know what? If you take the time and you learn and you just play around with it, and a lot of it really is trial and error, you'll start to find that you don't need, you know, a 5-year university course to do this. You can learn it right on your own, and it's pretty fun, and you'll have a good time.
I really feel like that's the next wave of like this generation that we're in right now, the do-it-yourself, the DIY generation, right?
It is because you can learn so much. Yeah. And I mean, it's, you know, 20 years ago, we didn't have the access to information that we have now, right? Now we got all kinds of cool things. So
absolutely.
I mean, the do-it-yourself age is here because the do-it-yourself information has also arrived. We got the dog right there.
Maggie's in the house.
Maggie's right there. See, even Maggie loves to talk about video games.
She loves video games.
She, you know, so you are right. We are in the and so it's opened up so many possibilities. You never thought about modding games in 1999.
Nope.
But you can now.
Matt Young from CTV, thank you so much for stopping by, friend. I really appreciate it, and I look very forward with doing some more really fun, exciting stuff with you in the future.
Great to be here with you. It's awesome.
There we go. See, congratulations to yours truly. That was the first ever edit that I did. Could you tell?
No.
Could you tell I edited that?
I think you've been doing that for years.
I thought I was pretty good. Mm-hmm. I think that's how the radio ones usually went too. I would get so excited. I'd be making all these edits and cuts, and then all of a sudden you forget about that big piece right at the start, counting it in 3, 2, 1, that sort of stuff. So anyway, shout out again to the great Matt Young. Love that dude. We're going to be seeing a lot more of him around here. I'm hoping, because I want to start getting like modded games. Like he was talking about modding NES Open. Like, can you imagine getting the Willows in NES Open for us to play an 8-bit?
Dude, that would be so cool.
He does that.
Being a kid of that generation of games, the 8-bit and the 16-bit, I think Create-A-Player is something I always wanted. Even those like anytime they gave you like you could pick the color of your guy was awesome.
Yeah.
But if you could put like a little 16-bit sprite of yourself in Street Fighter 2, how awesome is that?
So
That's the coolest thing, man.
Not only is Matt Young an incredible, amazing human being, and thank you again for stopping by, brother. I really do appreciate you. He's so smart, and he's all about that, like getting yourself in those games, like EA Sports in it. We're in the game, you know?
EA Sports.
It's in the game. Yeah. Hey, Maggie, do you know what she actually told me the other day? That she's really into Elden Ring. Have you heard of Elden Ring before?
I just started playing Elden Ring, actually. Literally this week.
Shut up. Actually?
Actually, for real.
How's that going? I hear it's quite the task.
Oh my god! Like the company that makes the game is notorious for their games just being hard as hell.
Too hard.
And so I just avoided it because I don't want to play video games to be pissed off.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Unless I'm playing Mega Man, then I'm fine. Then
But that's because you love it so much.
oh yeah, I will rage love that game.
Yeah,
But
that's
anyways, so I'm
hold on. You keep going. We're just going to cut to the Maggie cam again because she's getting super cute.
oh, she's such a little
Margaret Cam.
No, she's not. Oh, there she is. She's looking for something.
Hey.
I'm like fixing my
Camera,
shirt.
this way. Yeah, there you go. Over here.
Anyways, the point is, I started playing Elden Ring, and it's like one of the most rewarding and interesting, but most infuriating things I've ever done. I don't know why I do these things.
Glutton for punishment, bro.
Because, like, it's so beautiful. Like, these people spent so much time investing, building this world that's just there to kill you.
Everything.
Like, you wake up in the graveyard and you're the Tarnished, and you walk out into this beautiful grassy field.
So nice.
And the music is so peaceful and serene. And you see this majestic knight riding his horse up and you think, oh man, that guy's big and is a bright color and I can see him. So obviously if I go and speak to him, he will give me the first quest of the game. And then I will take off on the story of Elden Ring. And I showed up. He hit me so hard, I'm pretty sure I died in real life. And they had to resuscitate me. Oh, and that was like the first moving thing I encountered in this game.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, Elden Ring is world renowned for being nothing but death. Like, you die over and over and over and over again to the point where you don't even really advance much. It's not like you live long enough to level up. Like, your skill tree just sort of sits there, and all you can do is die until you just get mad and quit.
Exactly, except I skipped over the get mad and quit part, but I also haven't quite got to the get good part yet. So
I'm excited for an Elden Ring update for you.
But I do have a horse that's really fast.
I love that.
So I can run away from everything that's big and scary.
What's your horse's name?
I haven't named him yet. Oh, I should. How have I not named my... Oh, I'm a failure.
No. Never say that. Oh. You're the exact opposite of a failure, my friend.
Cops.
Cop's the horse?
Cop's the horse. And I ride cops really fast everywhere I go. Yeah. And so, but it turns out that it's an open world game too. And the further you get away from the place where you started, the more mean and powerful things get. So one time I saw this like crashed out like carriage. I'm like, I'm going to check that out. That looks really cool.
Seems neat.
And so I hopped off cops and I walked over to this thing and I'm looking around for treasures or things. And a giant turkey bird flew out of the air and just killed me. Just mauled me into the dust.
How do these turkey birds level up so quick?
Don't even know. Didn't even have wings. It must have jumped from somewhere. And of course now I'm scared, so I'm not going back over there.
Yeah, maybe they're wearing flubber shoes.
Not worth it. Oh, man. So I'm trying hard to get better at this thing. This world-renowned, like, every award-winning game. But so far, it's not going great. So if you have any tips and you're watching, if you played Elden Ring, put them in the comments.
Comment them.
I'm gonna watch the video later.
Yes.
And if you have any kind of hints, because I need them badly. I'm not good at this. It turns out. I'm the 8-bit move side to side, jump and shoot. I can do that all day. But when it's like when I have to use all of my fingers to operate the controller, I have a lot harder time.
That's why you're my Mega Man. You know that. All right, we got a bunch of stuff. See, now, Coach Mazur is going to be really mad at me because we have our playoff pool draft going on for...
Oh, the Masters. I remember this. Tiger Woods is going to take that thing down hard, right?
NHL playoff draft. It's a pool. We pick the winner of each round. No players, but Tiger Woods probably could win. He's very good at everything. We sent the link out yesterday, so if you go down to our socials, you'll be able to find it. Link up, get your teams made. I was supposed to do it on the air, but I didn't even have, I don't know why I was so out of it. I came in here, hey, producer Ryan, when did you get here? We were in like 2 hours early. I had all these plans, and I told Coach Mazer, yeah, buddy, don't worry, I'm going to do it on air today. And we're totally not going to do it because I was going to little B to pull it up, and then we're going to do it with you. So now I'll have to do it on my own. Or maybe I'll just forget to do it again. Maybe that'll be my gimmick because I just say, yeah, everyone go do it. I'm going to do it too. And then I just forget.
No, don't forget, man. You got to be on. You got to be in on this.
But I won the last one with a low round of 0. My scorer took it to the house.
Wait.
It was a golf one, so I thought it was good. But then I learned that 0 actually means nothing. So I need at least 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Sort of
good.
blew
It's
it.
not as good, yeah.
Anyways, you can join that draft. You can find a link somewhere around the place where we're at, and then when you push on it, it takes you there, and then you pick some teams, and then you can win some amazing swag. Shout out to Untimely Demise. Sorry, I just love this shirt. So I have 2 of these.
Are you going to have Untimely Demise shirts with the sleeves cut off?
No, I cut off all my sleeves because basically I don't change my wardrobe much to the point where the pits start going out of my shirts because I have a little rotation of shirts I really like. So
Yeah.
once the little holes get into the armpits, I just slowly, and then I put them on my head for life.
That is genius.
This is from my Young Bucks shirt, my first one I ever bought.
Man, I've retired so many shirts because they have holes in the elbows. You mean I could not do that?
Yeah, and if you really like them, you can hang them up in front of your window so people can't see into your studio.
Oh, man.
I'm not sure. Speaking of the Masters, I got a Masters. Shout out to Chris Ryan. Chris Ryan, just so you know, I still have the Masters shirt that your dad gave me at your cabin in Waskasiu. It's hanging on my window here, and it has some booze stains on it. Lots of liquor went on that shirt.
Yeah.
But it's an incredible shirt. And the ironic part is the reason I needed that shirt was because the other shirt was covered in liquor. So then my good buddy CR gives me his dad's Masters. That shirt's actually from Augusta.
Oh, man.
That's where it's played, Georgia. And it's I'm so proud of it. So I got it hanging proudly in there so people can't see what's going on.
Do you want to hear a
Yes.
story that's going to immediately make producer Ryan's butthole just suck right into his body?
Yes.
You want to hear a story about booze-stained shirts?
Oh, I don't know. We got to keep it a little PC. Can we keep it? You
It's
got, I know you are.
actually,
Yeah.
it's actually not a bad thing. Did you have, when you were younger, did you have a punk rock shirt? The shirt that you would wear to all the different
shows?
concerts you went to, and you'd get blood stains on it, and you'd spill beer on it.
They're battle worn.
Do you still have it? Because I actually found mine a couple of weeks ago in the back of my underwear drawer. I've still got it.
I want to say who it is. Strung Out.
Yes, yes, it is.
I love you.
And it's got holes in it. The back is torn from the neck hole all the way down to the back seam because
the-
I got thrown into a
the
post
pit
one
and-
time,
oh,
right?
yeah.
All the times my nose got smashed open and stuff, man. And and you don't want to wash it,
Nope.
because it'll wash all the memories out. And and I took it to my girlfriend, and bless her, she's a trooper. And I was
Still
like,
your girlfriend?
"Yep,
That's
Did you
a good girl.
smell this?" And she's like, and this is true, Brando, there's nothing you could do that would make me smell that shirt. There's nothing you could say to me.
Did you give her the background of the shirt before you
I
asked
did.
her? Okay.
I did,
So
yes.
she
This
knew
is
what she was getting into.
This is an important shirt. This is
Yeah.
big time. This is part of my life. And she's like, Brando, there's no way. I believe you. It smells like memories, but I will not put that near my face under any circumstances.
Smart woman.
Do you have one of those?
It's hanging on the wall over here. My Op Ivy shirt.
There we go.
It's literally so old that it has the holes in the middle that have no reason to be there. It's just so old that it just falls apart with little holes.
The stitches
Yeah.
wear out before the shirt does.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Those,
man.
man.
Yeah, don't Google.
Yeah, don't look at, especially stitches that wear out before fabric.
Yeah, not good. But Op Ivy, great band. If you're a Rancid fan, it was Rancid before Rancid, basically, is what Op Ivy is. So they got a song called "Yelling in My Ear." If you're into that, it's very fun. Yelling in my ear. That's how it goes.
They became Rancid?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like Tim and Lars and the boys. It was their pre-project.
Like the Rainbow Butt Monkeys turned into Finger 11. Like the same kind of deal?
And explain to me why I liked the Butt Monkeys, but I didn't like Finger 11 at all.
I assume it is because they became one of those rock bands that they made some kick-ass music, but all the music that you heard from them was
on the radio.
made to, not just that it was on the radio,
Sorry, made for radio.
it was made for radio. And I
what
think
I mean.
once you start making music for radio, you kind of lose a little bit of your your edge.
You're so smart.
And I
dude.
hate to say that because it's not like I can do it, right? It's not like everybody can just make a radio song. Like, it still takes talent and it still requires legitimacy, and it's great. But like, I think that it has a stigma to it, where once you have that one, like, there's that one Slipknot song. It's a radio song. And when you go and see Slipknot, you see the occasional person that just heard them on the radio thinking, man, this is going to be the most softcore show I've ever been to.
Boy, oh boy, are you wrong?
Right? And then Unearthed comes on, and they're like, I can't handle this. I'm going home before I hear Vermilion. And
I think we're going to add music to our Brando and Gary show that we're going to do too, because we could talk music forever as well.
probably could.
Okay, I'm literally running out of time right now. Dad, you'll be so proud of me. We're going the full hour today, bro. Dad likes it when we go the full hour.
As you should, because the full hour means
And I love making Dad proud.
Yeah.
And you're talking about how if you do something for the wrong reasons, I just want to say really quickly before we get set for, dang, we got like a couple minutes left. This place I didn't do a single thing. This place that we all built, everyone that I talked to while I was building it, like whether people wanted to be involved and wanted to put money into it or wanted to have their ideas incorporated into it, I made sure when we started building this that it was never about money. It was never about the things that you click, never about the stuff that people tell you to do. I said, if you start anything thinking like that, you've already lost. How are you supposed to be different and stand out if you're doing what everyone else is doing? So I made sure, and I was in such a unique situation that we could afford to make sure that this place was built right, and that is why this place is so full of love and passion and happiness and all the feelings we need in the world right now. This place is like the epicenter of all of that, and it's going to be where the whole world changes. I truly believe that. We're going to change the world with this, and it's so cool to think about because we're already gaining traction, and it's all natural because all we got to do is say, we're here to make the world a better place. We're here to remind you. Start thinking about this guy instead of this guy. Put this guy first and watch what happens and watch us grow. And it's just such a great message. So I'm just so proud of all you guys. Also, I got to get this in. So my neighbor Darcy, I got my neighbor Don over here. I got my neighbor Darcy on the other side.
Okay.
Don's my dude, man. Shout out to Don. He helps out at one of the rescues here. And all of their treats that are like about to expire, he just tosses them over the fence, and Maggie carries them in. And she's like, Dad, look at the new ones from Don. I'm like, oh Don, you did it again.
What a good man.
So he's doing that. And Darcy was telling me a couple weeks ago that he has a couple shows coming up.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, hey, I'm way too busy with this stuff, but I promised Darcy I'll give you some shout outs for sure. And I hadn't talked to him since. So I did not forget about you, Darcy. He has 2 shows. So tomorrow night, I believe this one is sold out. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. at the Basement. Moon Dance. What a wonderful night for a moon dance.
Wow.
The music of Van Morrison, along with Saskatoon Legendary Rhythm and Blues Review. So again, Moon Dance, the music of Van Morrison, Saskatoon Legendary Rhythm and Blues Review. That's the name of what's going on with my man Darcy. That one's sold out Sunday at 2 p.m. If you want to check this out, and it's so good, man. I was watching some clips. They kill it. Like, this is Van Morrison, and Darcy's in the zone. He's like singing, and he's really getting into. He's Van Morrison. It was so cool. So Sunday at 2 p.m. I believe there's still some tickets left. You can check it out. Head to thebasement.com and go support my neighbor Darcy. His band is incredible, and if you like Van Morrison, you are going to absolutely love it. Okay, I promise you. So that's Darcy. I had to make sure I got that in before we make our way through here. What else do we got? Audio versions. We talked about the audio versions. Merchandise. You, my friend, are wearing some merch right now, and it is so beautiful.
It's a sick tie-dye shirt, hand tie-dyed by the child and wife of producer Ryan.
Hand tie-dyed by the child wife.
Mm-hmm. No, not the child wife, the child and wife.
Yes, of course.
Not the child wife, child and wife.
No child labor here.
No child labor. Well, I mean, technically, but he was having fun. He didn't know he was working.
It's not work if it's fun. That's
because
what I learned about
tie-dyeing
this.
shirts
This
is fun.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Okay,
thank you. We are looking into merch as well. So if you're interested in any damn merch, let us know and we can hook it up. As Coach Mace has already started designing some pretty cool stuff. We have a draft champion, like a fantasy draft champion shirt that's coming to Bryce, who won the Masters draft, and we'll have another shirt coming for the winner of this pools draft that we're doing now for the NHL playoffs. So if you have any interest in that, what are they supposed to do? Do stuff?
They're going to find us wherever you find your audio podcast. That's your Spotify or Apple
saving
Podcast. Anywhere you can find those things, that's where we are. So check us out there. Always here on YouTube is probably the best place to get us the firstest, the fastest.
And the website, DufferinAve.com.
And the website, DufferinAve.com. You can
On
find anything you need from us from there. And merch ideas, anything, send them along. We'll check them out. We can make stickers. We can make hats, shirts, anything you need that you think would be cool.
Yes.
We can minimally look into it. So check it. Hit that up.
Very minimally. One more. You can also find it on the website, DufferinAve.com. One Bad Son, our boys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, this was wild. So we're getting set to launch this baby, as KD and Shaner were around here, and we did. Can I say stuff that we did? Am I allowed to say we did stuff? Because I'm already doing it. Yeah, so I'm just teasing it. There's stuff coming down the line from One Bad Son. They will be debuting their One Bad podcast, and I'm telling you, it's some of the best, not just TV or radio, some of the best content I've ever witnessed. It was so good. All the questions, and it's not just about OBS, like it's about the music business in general and all the stuff that surrounds, and there's so much good in these episodes. So we're going to be debuting that coming up very soon, and we look very, very forward to that. So if you are an OBS fan in any way, make sure you come along for that ride, because it is going to be just an incredible time. So much learning and so much fun, and just, it's so real, man. Like they got raw on here.
And if you're not an OBS fan, watch the show, because you're going to become one.
That's literally what's going to happen. Wow, it's 5:01. We went 1 minute over. Dad, do we get overtime? Nickel Plumbing? You guys pay overtime around here? Aquaman, I know he does. Bro-in-law D-Rock, give me that Aquaman trident. Send it through the mail. He's got some swag coming for us. Speaking of swag, we're going to fill this table up with swag. You got some swag you guys want? Throw it on here too. Frankie's, you ready? Here we go. Love it. How fun's Frankie's fingers, eh? So Von Trask, who made the intro, that super crazy, like mind-blowing intro that we have now.
I'm a fan.
Unbelievable. This is his grandpa, man. His grandpa just stepped up to a piano and he just recorded it like this. This is a real person just hanging out.
Oh,
Not in
wow.
the studio or anything. So, what a week. We did it again. Second week in the books. Thank you to you. I love you. I say it to you all the time. You're
thanks
the
for-
most talented person I've ever met in my life, and I
come
admire you so
on.
much. I'm sorry I just do.
Come on.
Network Ryan, I don't like you in any way. I think you're horrible. Producer Ryan, you did a pretty good job today. Well done.
You're also here.
Yeah, it's here. Lil B, you are the heart of this. He's the soul, you're the heart, man. You built this, you made this. Thank you so much for doing all of that, and I just appreciate you so much. And to everyone else, our guest, Matt Young, thank you for coming by. Hit him up, Matt Young, CTV, I believe is the handle. And look at this, we got another guy in here. Oh, the mystery man keeps showing up. That must mean it's time for us to go. So thank you, most of all, to you for being a part of this thing that we do each and every day from 4 to 5 p.m. I appreciate you, and thank you for allowing us to all come together for a common goal of just making the world a better place. Remember, karma is oh so real. Do good things and you'll have good things to happen to you. I'm off to the Fire in the Kitchen cook-off tomorrow. I'll be at TCU Place. Shout out to the Pink Wig Gala, also at TCU Place. And shout out to you. I love you so much. Have a great weekend. Brando, say something sweet.
Something sweet.
Woo! And then we...